I haven't been posting many videos lately, but this is what I'm working on. It is a 5 horsepower 2-stage air compressor. I plan on putting it in my attic up above here. There's a hatch there. It has storage trusses, so there's a fair bit of room up there that I'm not using. So I'll give you a quick run through of the system. It is a little bit overly complicated, but that's just how I do things. So basically 5 horsepower motor matched to a 2-stage 5 horsepower pump. Got black pipe coming out at 3/4 of an inch. It goes into 3/4 pipe, and I've got these 3/8 tubing soldered to the top of the 3/4 pipe. The reason why I did that is because I want to dissipate a bunch of heat to get rid of moisture, and I didn't want to buy tubing. I already had the pipe, so I've soldered these joints both here and here, and I was worried about the pipe solder joints failing at higher temperatures. So I put this on here to radiate heat away. If it gets cool enough just as it is, then I may leave it, but I've made it so that I can run coolant through these tubings if I choose to. So after it comes through the 3/4 pipe, it comes out, goes through a flexible hose to stop any of the copper from breaking from vibration. I should also point out that I have this piece holding the copper pipe so that it doesn't break. It's mounted to the engine stand, and it comes out of there, goes into 3/4 pipe, basically a manifold that goes to 4 1/2-inch runs that run parallel. So I've got 5 runs. It's about 40 feet, a little over 40 feet of 1/2-inch pipe, and it's running through 4 at a time, so it should have plenty of flow. It shouldn't restrict flow at all. Then it comes back out the other side, so it drops down as it goes across. It comes out on this side, it goes back to 3/4 of an inch, and then out of there it's going to go into this tank, which is going to be used as a moisture trap basically. And out of this tank it's going to go into my 33-gallon tank, and then I'll pull air off of the top of that. I kind of forgot to mention, but the bleed off and the check valve are on the small tank here. So when the system purges or bleeds off at the end of each fill cycle, it will drain all of these coolers and the pipe in here and the cylinder head. But this small tank and obviously the big tank will stay filled. I could have put the check valve on there, but then I would lose all the volume from here. So I decided to do it this way. What else was I going to say? Yes, the drain system. I'm going to tie both of the drain systems together, and then have an automatic drain on it that is hooked up to the switch. So basically anytime the motor is running or the pump is running, it will be, it's also running the fan on that cooler. There's a 120 CFM fan on that cooler. This is all going to have a shroud covering it, and so the fan is going to get run off one side of the 240, and the automatic drain is going to get run off the other side of the 240, and there's going to be a check valve so that the big tank can drain into the small tank, but the small tank can't drain into the big tank. And so then what will happen is when I trigger, or when the timer triggers the drain, both tanks will drain out of the same drain, and it will be coming down basically somewhere amongst this mess. And I'm also going to rig it up so that I have my oil drain for my compressor coming down through there, so that I can do oil changes without having to climb up into the attic with an oil pan and figure out how to put an oil pan underneath here. Although it wouldn't be too bad, I don't think, but it'd be a whole lot easier down here. And I'll just remove the handle off of the valve so that people can't accidentally dump the oil out. And yeah, that's about it. It's a little bit of a crazy setup, but I wanted to do some sandblasting and painting, and it's really annoying having a little compressor like this. That's what I was using. It ended up getting sacrificed for this project, but it was just one of these little compressors. It was actually an oiled one, so it's better than the little oilless ones, but yeah, basically you use it for 10 seconds and then wait for 5 minutes for it to fill back up. So this should be a whole lot better. And I will hopefully finish it sometime before I die and make another video of it.